All right, we are back here on the Iona Athletics podcast. Joining us today is the head coach of the Iona softball program, Coach Katie Jansson. Coach, welcome. How are you?
Doing well. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Doing well. It's hard to believe that it's almost time for softball, right? I mean, it's still winter out.
Oh, I know, but it didn't feel too much like winter today. We were able to get outside for even just a little bit, so it's better than being in the gym.
Yeah, I'm sure your players must have loved the ability to be able to go out to Walsh for a little bit and actually get some work in.
Yeah, they really like getting out there, even though it's just on the turf. It's better, for sure, better than the gym.
It is definitely better than the gym, and you obviously have a lot of familiarity with this program. You played at Iona, were a three-time MAC champion. What's your favorite memory is being here as a player?
Probably winning all the time. I think my favorite one was my senior year, 2014, the MAC championship game. Being on base when Brianna Shower hit the walk-off to win the tournament. I just remember running around like a crazy person with my arms in the air, and I'll remember that forever.
Yeah, so obviously you had a great career as a player. You graduate. What made you decide, I want to coach?
It's a funny story. So when I was here, I was a speech pathology major and kind of had no idea what I wanted to do. So I was talking with Coach Melissa Iona, who was my coach here and the coach before me, and she's like, you know what, I think you have good personality to be a coach, and I think you'd really like it. So she invited me out to sit with her, hang out recruiting at a tournament close to my house in New Jersey where I grew up. So I went with her, and I figured sitting around all day watching some games and trying to find some good players would be a pretty cool job. So she helped me land my first coaching job, and I've been in it ever since.
Yeah, so you get that job. Then a few years later, Coach Inoue leaves, and then you get the call to get the opportunity to be the head coach here at Iona. So what was that feeling like when you get the opportunity to come back here and coach this softball program?
I kind of couldn't believe it at first. It was, as I was coaching, that was kind of my dream job, and my ultimate goal was to be able to coach here, and especially being a Division I school, I think that's every coach's dream when they're at the college level, is to get a D1 head coach job. And it's extra special being that I played here, have so many great memories and success. So I still kind of couldn't believe it, and it's been an honor ever since.
Yes, this is your second year as the head coach with Iona. What did you learn about yourself and the team in year one?
Oh, man, I learned a lot. I felt overwhelmed at times and really had to learn how to manage, but I learned that you just got to take things day by day, and especially reiterate that to the girls and have them understand that every day is important, and just be present in the moment and work on exactly what we're doing in that moment.
Do you think it helped you with the team that you had played here for, give you a little bit of like instant credibility, like she's been here, she knows what it takes to win here, so I want to buy into what she's selling?
I like to think so, but I think they respect the fact that I know exactly what they're going through, and we're in their exact shoes, not just as a former student-athlete like most other coaches are. I have the little advantage in the sense that I was here and went through the same coursework and scheduling issues and conflicts and all those kinds of things that they deal with. Had some of the same, our strength coach was the same, so being able to sympathize with the tough workouts and those kinds of things, I hope it gives me a little bit of credibility.
Yeah, it definitely feels like it. And your team's getting ready for the upcoming year, starting in a couple of weeks. What do you feel like is the strength of the group this year?
I think their chemistry and their camaraderie. We've had a lot of fun and got a lot of really good work done at the same time, but they're just so fun to be around, and I really enjoy getting to practice every day, and there's never any time where it's a drag or they seem like they don't want to be there. They're all really good friends. Most of them live together, for goodness sake, so they're with each other all the time, and their chemistry is awesome, and that's going to translate directly into us playing well, I believe.
Yeah, obviously as a team, they spend a lot of time together. How important is it for a coach to see that chemistry start developing with the players?
It's super important. I think it's been fun to see, especially the freshmen kind of come into their own and their personalities really shine, but them getting along is super important for our success.
Yeah, I buy that. And this team was pretty successful a year ago. I was around for a lot of your games. I was helping out with the production side of things, and you guys were fighting for first place for most of the year. So last year.
Yeah.
So how do you think that experience can help the team take another leap forward in 2020?
Well, we talked about that with them at the end of the year last year once, unfortunately, we got eliminated, that, being in those tight games, especially later on in the year, we had a really close one with Monmouth, even though we lost the first game. Then we took the lead in the seventh. That was our last regular season weekend, and then our games in the MAC tournament, winning on a walk-off and playing in that playoff atmosphere, being in a one-run game right up until the very end against Marist. I said those are the building blocks to get you used to the pressure, to being able to be successful come next year and come future playoff and tight game settings. And, they're hungry, and they weren't happy with how we ended, and definitely thought we had the talent and all that to win. So I think using all of that's kind of been fuel for them this year.
Yeah, we've seen there's a couple of programs around the campus here where like they come so close the year before, and then like they just use the springboard. So maybe that's something that for sure can definitely be a help to your team.
Yes, I mean that's the goal, and we talk about it all the time. That now we're going to finish, and we're ready to finish it.
Yeah, before they get into MAC play, the Gaels do have an interesting non-conference slate, and they have a couple interesting trips. You go to South Carolina, got a couple other road trips in there. So how do you think that this slate will help the team get ready for MAC play?
The biggest thing, I think, is that we have pretty good competition. Our schedules, I think, is going to be able to work to our advantage. We play some local teams. It's kind of funny. We go down to Carolina to play Seton Hall, which is, less than an hour away, but they're a Big East program. And even down in Mercer, there's some good teams. We play some good teams at Towson. And not even just the good competition, but being on the road. The bus trips are a good bonding moment. 12 hours on a bus with the same people sounds like it could be a drag, but the girls make it fun, and we play games and do all those sorts of things that really bring them closer.
Yeah, how exciting is it going to be when you get to play on Walshville for the first time this year?
Oh, I mean, we got to wait till the end of March, so I know the girls are already talking about it, how they can't wait to get outside and be at home.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Coach, best of luck this year.
Thank you so much.